Then we played with Gene Vincent after that, through Don Arden, which was Sharon's dad.
He was a monster.
Oh, yeah. And Gene was... we played with him for a year, so it was Gene Vincent and the Outlaws. And he used to travel with us, and he'd broken his leg with Eddie Cochran in that crash. So he always had to sit in the front seat with his leg up in a cast. So he's now sitting there and his leg's like this. And that, and he'd call us sir, so it went from boy to sir. Came from Charlotte. He would drink an awful lot of scotch. And I used to, in those days, between 17 and 21, I was a practical joker. I loved my catapult. You know what gooseberries are? Right. So I'm in the van one day, and Gene Vincent's in the front seat, and I hopped out the back, and this girl was walking by, and he had his window open. So I got my catapult with a gooseberry, I went whack, and it hit her in the back. And it must have stung a bit, and you could hear it because she had one of those in vogue, fashionable plastic Macs, and it went smack. And of course, he looked at her like that and started laughing. And she went, oh! And she turned around and saw him, and she smacked him across the face because she thought it was him. And it was me because I jumped back into the back of the van, and that was probably not a good idea. Gene Vincent gets smacked. He's going, I'm sorry, ma'am, whack.
Was he a good bloke or was he a bit?
He could be a good bloke. He went extremes, volatile. He could be Mr. Nice Guy, or we played the Blackpool Theatre. And in the audience was Cliff Richard, Marty Wilde, and all the big names you can imagine. And I said to Gene, I usually put the act together. I go in his dressing room and say, Gene, what are you going to sing tonight? And he goes, drinking. I go, you're going to start with Bebopalula? Yeah, do that. And I'd write off the list, right? Of course, it'd be about 10 songs. And I said, what are you doing for it? He said, just leave it. I'll tell you on stage. I said, okay. Get on stage. And we're feeling kind of strange because the place is packed and there's all these big names, Cliff Richard, and so we're all a bit nervous. And Gene is on the microphone. He goes, we're going to do a little number. And it goes like this. And he points to me. So I went, what's Bebopalula, I suppose? And I went, because we usually start it, brom, and he goes, Bebop. Right. So I went, brom, nothing. And he's looking at me, and I'm like, then I went F. Brom, maybe it's Blue Jean Bob. Blue Jean, baby. Nothing. And I went, G, A, I went up total scale. Now I'm petrified, like, he's still looking at me. He's got the microphone there. And he's looking at me like, and then he says on the microphone, it appears our guitar player doesn't know what he's playing. And I'm like, it could only be one of those chords. He'd forgotten the words, but I got the blame for it. I got the blame in front of all these big shots.